What is going on, guys? AYB, I'm back in the building. Today I got an NU match against Jacob, otherwise known as 3HP. He's packing fire. I got the NU team that I've been using for the past week or so. Next week I have new teams, new battles, so stay tuned for that. If you enjoyed this narration, this video, please remember to leave a like. It takes a quick second and it helps me out huge. He's going to lead off with Crustle. I'm going to lead off with Primeape. I know Crustles are defensive bulky, but I want to see how much his close combat does. And it does nothing. And I know he's gonna go for Stealth Rocks first turn, just because rocks are important. I really hope that close combat did a little bit more, because now I have to switch out because my defenses are dropped. I don't want to take an X-Scissor, I don't want to take anything. And I go to my Bastiodon, which I figured would probably eat up anything he goes for. But he goes for the Bulldoze, which I'm not sure if that's a common thing, but that definitely works out. I don't really care that my speed is lowered, because Bastiodon is the slowest thing in the world, so I'm okay with that. As I'm gonna go for my rocks, because I know he's gonna switch out. I figured he won't go for another Bulldoze, seeing as how much damage that is, and he brings in his Primeape, which was a really good play. Now this kind of hurts because most Primeapes are one or the other. It's either Banded or Scarfed. Mine is Scarfed. His could be Banded. So I figure close combat is coming. I'm gonna go into my Dragology here, hope for the Poison Point just to get this thing dwindled down a little bit. But looking at that damage, I'm not really sure yet. It did a lot, but I think Banded would have done even more than that. And then I find out he's not Banded because he switched up moves and he goes for the Ice Punch. So now I have no idea what it is, but one thing I do know is that it's not Scarf. So I'm going to bring in my Scarf Primeape. He's got a force to switch out, and he's going to go back into his Crustle. And I know that he cannot take two close combats after Rocks, because seeing how much Rocks did, seeing how much this first close combat did, I'm more than positive a second one will take it out. I did calc it. He had a chance of living, so this was kind of scary. This was a huge gamble, but it did work out for me, and that Crustle is no more. So with Crustle down, I can kind of close combat everything on his team. But my defenses are lowered, so bringing in this, what is this thing called? Oh my goodness, my mind is blanking out. Whatever it is, the Samurott, that's what it is. His Aqua Jet is gonna hurt. I go for the a terrible play. This is just pure rust right here. I should have switched into Altaria. I knew the Aqua Jet was coming, and I didn't. And then I switched into Zangoose, thinking a Facade that's not even boosted will take out the Samurott. That is not going to be the case. I thought maybe I could take one move, because then my Toxic boost would have activated. I would have quick attacked this thing and just knocked it out. But his Razor Shell does knock me out in one shot. Here I know he's going to go for the Aqua Jet, but I still don't switch into Altaria, fearing the Ice Beam. But I go for the close combat. Luckily I take that Torrent boosted Life Orb Aqua Jet, and Primeape lives to take that thing out with a close combat. He's going to switch in his Liepard here, and I'm pretty sure almost all Liepards carry the Sucker Punch, but just to be safe, I'm going to switch out. That way I could scout for the Sucker Punch, and two, dodge the Sucker Punch altogether. Going into Bastiodon was the best play. I know these things usually have to carry like T-Wave and stuff like that, but he goes for the U-turn, just gets out here, and he's going to be able to just basically get like a pivot switch, because now my Bastiodon is sitting out here. He switches into his Magneton. Now Magnetons are more than likely Scarf. Like 95% of them are Scarfed. The other 5 is like Eviolite. This one goes for the T-Bolt, and he keeps spamming T-Bolt. I do have the Flamethrower. It's not going to do much because Bastiodon's special attack isn't that high. I just have it on there for other Steel types and Grass types. In this case, Earthquake would have been a better bet, but, hindsight is only 20/20. I go for the Flamethrower, get into a crit, which is great, but it doesn't really matter. Excuse me. It doesn't matter because I do have close combat on my Primeape. I'm just basically sacking my Bastiodon. I'm going to bring in Primeape here, just go for that close combat. Stealth Rocks is hurting, but, I still have a few more switches in me. Close combat will knock it out, but he still has that Liepard out, so I figure this is basically where it comes down to like mind games. And he brings in Liepard. I did switch out last time, so I figured this time he would assume the same thing and not go for the Sucker Punch, and I'll go for the close combat and knock it out. But that is not the case. He plays it safe, goes for the Sucker Punch, which was a huge gamble, but really looking at it, that was like the only way I had of winning this, because he still has Primeape. He would have brought in the Primeape. If I killed this Liepard, Ice Punched me, and that would have took out Primeape, and it would have took out my Altaria, because my Primeape would have had defense drops, and Yeah, so that is game. I will be uploading again today, a little later, a quick little update. I think I said in the beginning of the video. If I didn't, I'm sorry. My mind was just focused on this. Just talking about what's going to be happening on this channel next week and going forward. I hope you guys do get to see it because I do ask for some suggestions and stuff like that. And as always, Team AYB all day, every day, 2 times on Sunday. I will see you tomorrow. Daily upload still going. Remember to hit that like button. Follow me on Twitter at RUBrownXP. I'm always looking for battles. And yeah, take care.